Well, Dom, actually, for much of the evening, it was a good Liverpool performance. But do you stand there? Do you just feel crushed at the moment?
Yeah, I don't know what happened after 2-0. You know, I think we thought that that the game is over, and we just made sure at the beginning of the season, beginning of the game, that this is the kind of games where you can never underestimate the team who you play against, and maybe after a penalty, they just had their momentums, scored a 2-2. We came back, so it's a good reaction from the team again, and yeah, just conceding again from a set piece is not the nicest way.
They've got to find a solution for this Mo Salah issue. It is becoming an issue now, isn't it, Jamie? Because the guy is such an icon. He's such a legend amongst Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
A legend, an icon in the Premier League, full stop. But to be sitting on the bench with a face like thunder and not even getting on in a game they haven't won today.
Yeah, well, I understand the face like thunder. He wants to play. He's an iconic footballer, you know, Premier League great. And he's probably thinking, why am I not starting? The facts are his form hasn't been good enough. Now, I don't foresee a situation where Liverpool, because I think they would have so much respect for him, that they'll be actively trying to move him. I think if he were to happen, it's accelerated really quickly, and if something were to happen as quickly as January, it will come more from him.
Could that happen with the African Cup of Nations, though, going on? Because he's going to disappear after that
He's going to go away, I think, next week. Is it after?
Week on Monday.
A week on Monday. Anything can happen in football. If he really decides and he speaks to his agent and they go, look, it's not sustainable. I don't want to.
Do you think that would be the best solution for everybody then, if that happened in January?
I don't necessarily think in January. I think we've got to just let this settle. But I don't foresee that he'll see out his 2 years of his contract. I think it might be more in the summer if he were to go.
Sorry, I actually have a bit of sympathy for him as well, because as players we build relationships with other players on the pitch, and you know, he was so used to playing and being successful with Trent playing behind him. This season he's had a number of right-backs playing. He's had Conor Bradley, Frimpong, Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, with Gomez playing. There's 5 players. So it's hard for him to... A big part of his game was Trent. Trent's gone, of course. But to have that rotation of full-backs and not being able to build the relationships with them, I think he has suffered because of that as well. So I have a little bit of sympathy for him. Listen, we're talking about Mo Salah being on the bench for 3 times. It's probably the most in his whole Liverpool career.
Well, it is.
It is, yeah. So it's rare, and that's why we're making such a big point about it. But listen, I think he can find his form again. I think if Liverpool get a settled team in there, I think we can see Mo Salah, maybe not at his best, his peak, but I certainly think he still has a lot to offer.
I think that's a great point. I still think they're a better team, but Mo's form hasn't been good enough. When Mo's at his best, of course you want him in that team because he gives you a better balance. Conor Bradley as well, I think will probably say he'd rather have him out there. I think if you ask Dominic Szoboszlai, does he want to play right wing? No, he wants to play as a central player. But he has to improve.
I mean, to let it slip like that, I guess it'll be hard to find the words, but what's the mood in that dressing room you just walked out of?
Yeah, that is simple. That is what everyone can understand. It's not the first time. We dropped points, not the first time we conceded a goal in the last minute. It's not the first time we conceded a set piece. So everyone can, I think, understand what the mood was in the dressing room.
So why do you think, like you say, not the first time for any of those things, why did it happen again?
Nou ja, I can explain every single time, but let's keep it to this game. 2-0 up. I don't think we've conceded till that moment any chance. And the penalty wasn't a chance as well for them, but we made it a chance because it led to a penalty, VAR intervention one more time. So 2-1, then maybe their first chance of the game led to the 2-2. We showed mentality to go 3-2 up. I think after that I felt we had control. Of course there's always the lone ball, second ball, which you cannot always make sure that doesn't happen. And then a set piece comes in extra time. 9 minutes of extra time, and they score. Yeah, that is part of our season, but the only ones to blame is us, because we do concede these chances. We do so much to create. So it's not easy for us to score a goal, though today we scored 3. If you score 3 goals in an away game, that should normally be enough to win a game of football, especially if you hardly concede.
After Liverpool's dramatic 3-3 draw with Leeds United at Elland Road, midfielder Dominik Szoboszlai opened up to Sky Sports about the roller coaster of emotions during the match. Reflecting on the intense back and forth, Szoboszlai acknowledged that Liverpool's performance wasn't up to their usual standards, but emphasized the team's resilience in fighting for every point. The Hungarian playmaker pointed to the frustration of conceding late goals but stressed the importance of learning from mistakes and staying united as they push for improvement. With the game full of twists, Szoboszlai's insight highlighted the competitive nature of the Premier League and the need for Liverpool to bounce back stronger in their upcoming fixtures. Szoboszlai also spoke about the team's mentality in high-pressure moments, acknowledging that while the result was disappointing, it was crucial to maintain focus on what comes next. With Liverpool's title aspirations on the line, the midfielder noted that they can't afford to dwell on drop points and must stay positive. Despite the setbacks, he believes the squad has the quality to turn things around and compete at the highest level.